In a world that is always lit up by stage lights and cheering fans, the lives of K-pop stars often seem perfect on the surface. However, behind the magnificent curtain, hidden stories that are known only to those who are really close. And this time, the shocking news comes from two of the most beloved figures in the South Korean entertainment universe, BTS's Jungkook and Jimin. While the ARMY is still waiting for updates on the group's projects and the individual agendas of each member, an unexpected rumor suddenly appears: Jungkook wants to leave. Where to? Why? What exactly happened? And more surprisingly, Jimin finally revealed the truth that he had kept to himself. It all started with Jungkook's movements that have lately seemed quieter, more aloof, even on the rare occasions when the BTS members interact with each other publicly. Jungkook, known as the Golden Magne, is usually feisty and often the center of attention with his innocent mannerisms and stunning voice. But in recent months, something has changed. His gaze looks heavier, his smile less often, and his presence is noticeably shorter. The fans initially thought it was just part of the stress of military service, or maybe the usual feeling of fatigue enveloping an artist with a huge load on his shoulders. But the signs don't stop there. The issue regarding Jungkook's desire to leave began to surface when an anonymous source from the Korean entertainment industry leaked that Jungkook was considering a big step in his life. This rumor instantly spread like wildfire, sparking deep concern among the ARMY. Are you leaving the world of entertainment? Is it related to his mental state? Or is there a deeper personal reason? But all that speculation finally came to light when Jimin, Jungkook's close friend and colleague in BTS, decided to speak up. In an exclusive interview aired on one of Korea's top television stations, Jimin with a trembling voice revealed the truth behind Jungkook's desire to leave. Jimin's words resonated not only in the studio where the interview took place, but also in the hearts of fans around the world. He didn't want to leave because he hated anyone or because he was tired of being himself, Jimin said with teary eyes. Jungkook only. He felt that he no longer recognized himself. He wants to find who he is beyond the stage, beyond the title of idol, and beyond everyone's expectations. Jimin explained that all this time, Jungkook kept great pressure as Magne who always had to look perfect. He is not only a lead vocalist, a nimble dancer, or a global icon, but also a symbol of hope for millions of people. As time goes by, Jungkook feels that his true identity is being further eroded by all the roles he has to play. She feels she must always be the best version of herself, even when she herself has not had time to know who she really is. Jimin's confession made the interview atmosphere very emotional. He admitted that he himself was surprised and felt unprepared when Jungkook first conveyed his intention. But instead of preventing, Jimin tries to understand and support his best friend. I asked him, "If you leave, what will you look for?" And he replied, "I want to rediscover a sense of calm. I want to know what the world would be like without all the cameras, without the pressure, without always having to smile even though my heart wants to cry," Jimin said, wiping away his tears. From then on, Jimin became the only person among the members who really knew about Jungkook's inner struggles. He kept the secret for months, respecting Jungkook's decision not to reveal it to the public. But as rumors began to spread and pressure from the outside became more and more, Jimin finally chose to reveal the truth in the hope that the public could better understand and make room for Jungkook. There is no final decision regarding Jungkook's departure from the entertainment world, but clearly he is in the process of searching for a deep identity. The agency has also issued an official statement in full support of any steps Jungkook will take. They affirm that the mental health and well-being of the artist is a top priority. Jungkook is an amazing person, Jimin continued in the interview. He has given so much to all of us: music, love, hard work, even tears. Now it's time for us to give him space to accept himself. The reaction of the ARMY was mixed. Some cried, feeling afraid of losing their idol. Some showed overwhelming support, filling social media with the hashtags #WeSupportJungkook and #TakeYourTimeJK. Thousands of digital letters and messages of support flooded the official accounts of BTS and their agencies. All over the world, fans show love in their own way, from murals on the walls of megacities, dedication cover songs, to prayers in the silence of the night. And amid all that, Jungkook himself has yet to give a direct statement. He chose to remain silent, perhaps out of respect for himself. But his silence does not mean absence. He exists, he feels, he sees how much love still surrounds him. Although he wants to get away for a moment from the spotlight, this story is not over. This is not a farewell, but rather the beginning of a new journey. Jimin has opened the door to honesty and courage, and through him, we are all reminded that idols are people too. They also have the right to feel tired, the right to feel confused, and the right to find their own way. The silence on Jungkook's part after Jimin's confession created a space for deep reflection among fans. Many have noticed that during this time, Jungkook's figure is too often framed as perfect, without gaps. But as Jimin speaks, as his words begin to sink in and lift the veil of reality, we are all reminded that even someone like Jungkook can feel fragile. The days after Jimin's interview felt different. Social media timelines are filled with memories, old clips of Jungkook laughing, moments when he cried happily at concerts, or when he showed his innocent and curious side. It's all seen through more human eyes. The fans no longer saw just a big star, but a young man who once grew out of his teens under pressure that the average person could not imagine. Jimin didn't just stop at the interview. A few days after, he also uploaded a long letter on the fan community platform, revealing more of his heart. In the letter, Jimin said that he wrote not just as a crewmate, but as someone who loves Jungkook like his own family. "I've known him for over 10 years, Jimin wrote. I know when he's really laughing, and when he's laughing because he feels like he has to. We've been reading each other's body language for a long time, and I know that this time, she really needs some time to herself." The letter made many soldiers cry. They were not only touched by Jimin's words, but also by his courage and sincerity in conveying something so personal. Many fans have come to realize that while they love Jungkook with all their hearts, there are times when true love has to come in the form of letting someone go or taking a distance in order to find themselves. The media began to speculate more. Some suggested that Jungkook wanted to go on a long trip without the spotlight, perhaps abroad, where he could be ordinary. Some say that he wants to continue his studies secretly. But until now, no one really knows for sure, other than Jimin and some of the closest people. On the other hand, reactions from other BTS members are also slowly starting to appear. RM, in a limited live session, said that every human being has their own path, and as Hyung, he felt proud that Jungkook was brave enough to choose honesty above expectations. Suga, who is known to be the most calm and quiet, said that he hoped the world would give someone space to breathe without always having to prove something. Jin, who recently completed his military service, also signaled that he would be spending more personal time with Jungkook in the near future. However, behind all that support and empathy, there is also a sense of loss that begins to envelop. Fans began to wonder, could this be a sign that BTS is slowly making its way to the final round as a group? Will Jungkook's departure be a symbol of the beginning of the separation? Jimin, in his subsequent clarification, answered firmly but softly, "No, we are not separated. We make room. We choose to live and grow, and it's not a goodbye. We are a family that believes that love doesn't have to always be in the same place to stay strong." That sentence became a handle for many ARMY. They began to learn to accept that BTS members are human beings who grow and change, that their life journey cannot be forever forced to always be together on one stage, because real life does not always follow the expected scenario.